Hi, my name is Sateja Paradkar from BITS Hyderabad campus, and today I will be talking about my project titled Non-invasive Point-of-Care Diagnostics for Early Detection of Cancer. What do you do when your breath stinks? You chew gum. What do you do when you're feeling nauseous? You chew gum. What do you do when you want to detect whether your body has cancer or not? You chew gum. You're probably thinking, what did she even just say? Let me explain. The scariest word in the world today is cancer. The scariest part about cancer is often we don't know we have it until it's too late. The even scarier part of all this is that cancer can easily be treated through early diagnosis, but it's not. Let me introduce you to this amazing piece of chewing gum right here. What if I told you that this piece of gum could solve 3 problems? Let me explain. Problem number 1, detection of cancer. When our body cells are cancerous, they let the body know. They send messages through the blood saying, hey, down here, I'm not doing so well. These messages through the blood cause an increase in the level of a protein in the blood we'll call a marker. Detection of cancer means that we are able to measure these increased levels of the marker in our blood through a colored chemical reaction. Problem number 1 solved by our marker. Now on to problem number 2, needles. As a kid, I was terrified of getting injections because I was so scared of needles. But how else are you going to get to the blood if not for needles? But then that got me thinking, do we even need to get to the blood? Everything that passes through the blood must also be present elsewhere, right? And that's what it struck me, saliva. Saliva is also known as the mirror of the blood, meaning everything that passes through the blood is also present in our saliva. Problem number 2 solved by saliva. We don't need needles to get to the saliva. But then that brought us to problem number 3, collection of saliva, aka spitting. Believe it or not, it is often very discomforting for a patient to spit into a collection vial, and often very cumbersome to collect as well. But how else are you going to get to the saliva? And that brings me back to this little guy right here. When a patient is asked to chew on the piece of gum, it allows all the saliva in the mouth to come in contact with your piece of gum. This causes a colored chemical reaction, as I spoke about earlier, causing a color change in this gum. Depending on what color the gum changes, we can identify the levels of the marker present in our saliva and thereby determine whether our body cells are cancerous or not. And that's it, all 3 problems solved. This project helped me not only academically and scientifically, but also taught me a lot about innovation and the role it plays in our lives. All we need to do is learn to look at the world a little bit differently, a little more scientifically, and all the answers are all around us. So I hope the next time you do look at a piece of gum, it teaches you a little bit something about innovation and you start to look at the world a little bit differently. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Sateja Paradkar from BITS Hyderabad campus.